Welcome back to SkyFactory 4 on the platform of eternal rain, it seems. No annoying sound though, so I'm fine. And yeah, our market guy, Stefan Urkel, is just fine as well. So today we're going to get started with the resource hogs. We have a few things to actually go through with those. First of all, you can make them just by the buckets that we were talking about last episode. So just as a brief reminder, just type in at resource, and you'll see there are all these different kinds of buckets that we can make. So we can get gold, lithium, electrum, platinum, etc. In my case, I then made an ender pearl hog. So you just get an ender pearl bucket, and that takes a carrot and a couple of other things, but very straightforward. And you click on a pig. Now, in my case, I actually just want to breed these up a little bit. I want a few more pigs, but we need to wait for that one to grow up. I perhaps need a larger pen for pigs to actually create this from. But you right-click on one and you get your resource hogs. Now, a resource hog is already down here. There's two ways of getting resources from them. One is to kill them, and I don't want to do that because I would lose them then. Now, yeah, we're not going to set up a breeding platform or anything. The other way is to wait for them to dig. Now, if you put them on top of their preferred block, you'll see this one says can dig for truffles. This one, in particular, the ender pearl one, has to be on top of endstone. You can see down there. And this one was my cobblestone patch. So you put it on top of the dirt, and it will make truffles. So if you break the truffle block, and there we go, you get a truffle. The truffle can then be upgraded once you have 4 of them into that particular resource. In this case, it's cobblestone, which is pretty much useless. Go away. However, I do want more resource hogs of ender pearls. I would love to have those. So we want to get this so that it's automated. That probably means stacking up quite a few of those in there. And to be honest, I don't want to have to go in there and break the block myself. So I'm going to go and craft a few things. So let's just craft. What options do we have for block breaker? Block breaker. Block breaker. We have industrial foregoing, which requires plastic, which requires rubber, dry rubber, latex processing. New. Let's just see. We've got controlled miner, diamonds, magma pearls, magma cream. We should have everything we need for that. And then block miner is actually trivial. Maybe mothstone isn't. We need vines for mothstone. Vines we can get from a dehydrator through jungle saplings, and we definitely have jungle saplings, although they should be on the side of a jungle sapling anyway. Do we have a dehydrator already? I can just shove these in while this is going. So dehydrator, dehydrator, what are we missing from the middle? Just a block of iron. Okay. Dehydrator. I wonder if this actually requires power. Cyclic, so let's pop it down for a second. Looks like it does require power, but that is a straightforward one to fix. GPS marker. Yep. And let's put this actually somewhere a little bit nicer. I should be able to pick you up. Why can't I pick you up? Let's break you then. Put you down somewhere else. We'll put you down here for now. Mark you up, and then go and take it to our distribution. And we can pop you in the end one. There we go. So that should now be working. And if we get some jungle saplings, they should be available. So jungle. Yep, got 31 of them. Let me make sure I have at least one left over just in case. And then I can put these in. So let's just pop them in. And are you just going to make... I was hoping that we'd make what you said you'd make, vines. Vines? Does this have to have water in it? Vines. This is the recipe. I'm not sure I want to necessarily do it that way. I would like vines of some kind. You're just not going to give me vines, are you? Right, so we'll grow them, I guess. I don't have an area for them. Are jungle saplings 2x2? I think they are. Let's see if they grow at all well. It's probably going to be huge, but let's see how well this does. So let's engage our twerking mode. There we go. And then we can just grab something. Do these actually break, or they break? Yeah, they break. They're going to need shears. Shears. I've already got a set of those. So that's fine. And there we go. And that is a lot. That's a lot of jungle wood. I will have to go and get that later. I don't have ore excavation, so I'm going to have to dig that, or, well, axe that all up. Okay, so there we go with vines. Fine, we can use those. So let's get that going. So we can combine those with cobble. Is it just bare cobble? Yes, looks like it is. And we get 10 out of that. That will do for now. And that moss stone will then let us make the block breaker. Is it block breaker? Block miner breaker? Block miner. Okay, but it is also a simple block breaker, so it will get picked up by the search. And a dispenser. Fine. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So we're going to want to we don't have any output from this, but we're going to want to face it towards the pig. Oh wow, hello. So I'm going to want it back here, I think. And I should have used an axe for this, but okay. Let's pop you down. There we go. And are you always on? You are always on. So it has already broken that. I'm just going to change that to requires redstone for the moment. We'll change that back in a second. So that will do for now. And then we're probably going to either use cabinets like we did before, or direct import into the system. I'm almost tempted to not do direct import. I almost want to do, what is it actually called? Packager, maybe? Packager? Yep, what does it actually take to make those? It takes light blue dye, so that's probably going to be lapis and bone meal, maybe? I've already got one, so why don't we just see if this actually works. So let's put a packager on top. Okay. This requires power. That's annoying. That is very, very annoying. For now, I'm just going to... it'd be nice if I could jump up. Really? Can't jump up? I'm going to basically ignore that for now. That's gone off the edge. Never mind. Or it's inside. Either way, doesn't matter. Let's just go for a regular cabinet then, because I've got plenty of them. And we want something to collect this stuff, so we can get the reverse hopper. There we go. And then we can put this on top. Do I want to put it so it's facing this way? I think I do. Yeah, that should be nice. Yeah, or maybe not, because that's where the upper's going to go. Let's just put down some more flooring for a second. There we go. Now it shouldn't go off the edge, hopefully. Let's just go here. Okay. Pop this down. Okay, so there we go. That opens like normal. And that's pretty much ready to go. We just need to basically be able to place multiple of these. So if I just put this down for now, just exactly like an upside down hopper. And if we change this, let's just change it to always on. Do you actually break the block and do you get picked up by the hopper? Otherwise, we're going to need a vacuum hopper. Nope, you're fine. So it's going to start collecting truffles. And to actually get more done, we just need more of pigs, basically, in the same block space. So I have one here for dirt. We have one there for endstone. And we can continue doing that whenever that pig decides to actually go and collect stuff. Now, to be honest, this is temporary, certainly. I think I want just some kind of block that we just pull straight into the rest of our system. I would like to do it via packages, but I think if we're going to have it taking power, thank you very much, weather, I'm going to have the packager just running, like having everything pulled from that cabinet into one packager, and then that packager going into our system, just to save a little bit of power earlier on. And there we go. So I've just moved this around again. We've got a storage import cable with regular storage cable going back that way, and it's going back along this line and towards the rest of our bonsai pots. So this should basically cover automatic import. We shouldn't have to do anything else. I just need to replace you. Why are you not wood? You need to be wood. Wood, please. Planks. Yes, there we go. All right. Yes, so we have everything linked up now. That should work perfectly well. And we just need to basically scale up. So I just need to make more pigs. In this case, more ender pearl pigs first. And if we look at our system, we should look for ender. Not actually ender pearls. It's truffles. Yeah, so truffles type ender pearl. It doesn't come up in the search. That's unfortunate. However, we should be able to convert them across by doing that. And instead of putting an inline one like I was expecting to, I'm actually just going to leave it as just directly importing to the system, because if I use the packages, I can create an array of them somewhere else, have an export cable, and then an import cable on either side of it, and basically shuttle everything through packages if I need to actually just automatically, package stuff up, as you might expect. So, yeah, and we're also going to do that for, lots of other stuff, but I've not actually got to that just yet. Now I just need to move this. Let's just get rid of this. Does it retain its milk? I don't think it does. Let's just put it somewhere else that it's out of the way for now. There should do. Yeah, it needs to build up its milk again. Never mind. No waste, really. No waste options. So to continue to scale, I'm going to need to go and get the rest of those vines. Oh, there's quite a lot on that side. Go and get the rest of those vines, convert them over into cobblestone, basically, the mossy cobblestone, and use that to make more pens. However, we probably want more pigs. I mean, those two are grown, but yeah, and we want more than that to get things going. And I still need to get this sprinkler working. I need to just replace that with water again, I think. All right, so that should be good enough for now. Or indeed, you can, of course, farm up the ender seeds as well. Same kind of effect. We need more carrots. Carrots. Just 2. And we should get an extra pig. And you can actually use the extra pig on its own. Let's just put this one in here. You in here as well. You can use the extra pig on its own if you make the ender pearl itself. So ender pearl bucket and bucket maybe? Bucket. Let's just look at bucket. Here they are. So we want the ender pearl one. There it is. Need some dirt, water bucket, and then the carrot. And the carrot is just eye of ender. So that's easy enough. And where are you? Bucket of mud, ender pearl. And a carrot. And is that everything? I need just one water bucket. There's some water. And in you go. So, oops, wrong remote. Okay, so this should make that pig grow up, hopefully, unless there's a child version of this. Nope, there isn't. Good. And we can take you and take you to your new, well, confined home, shall we put it that way. And here they are, and you can basically stack this up once you have everything done. So the upper is at this level, the stone level. Then there is another wood level, and then you can put the new center block up there. Let's actually just put something around here like this. Yeah, so you need to put a new center block at the front, and then your new block placer, and then, of course, another temporary storage, inventory, and you can have this stacked up quite tall. So 2 of these sort of fit in this same pattern I've been using before, and then however many tall you want, and then of course you can put them around the edge, so we can continue down here, stacking them up as tall as we need to. For now, I'm just going to keep them just passively generating ender pearls, but as we move through the pack, we'll probably add more and more here. It's fine for now, however. We've got everything running. Good. Resource pigs set up. Now we are going to start to need farms as well, so I decided to start off with a corn farm. The reason why is I got a comment from last episode saying, yes, don't bother with a lot of these, where are they, age of farming, these. Number of these are apparently available on the market, so I can go and search for those. Save me time actually crafting them through the crafting recipes, but to get that you need emeralds for some things, but more importantly you need corn for others, so we're able to make corn seeds just fine. However, we should probably think about automating it, so I had a look for planter, nothing coming up there. Sorry, not planter, farm. Farm, nothing came up with that keyword. Harvester from Cyclic seems to be a keyword that did work, so I've not used this one before, but I thought let's give it a try. And let's place this down, well, let's say here. and see if you actually do the job. So we have a choice of size. In our case at the moment we've got 7x7. So let's change that. Always on is fine. Preview rendered is good. Yep, and that appears to be fine as well. And of course we are going to need power, so let's just get a GPS marker again. And we're about ready to actually get another one of these energy transfer nodes as well. I think we're actually filling this up. However, for now, we've got one spare, I think, after this. And let's go and put this in our energy distribution. And right there. Yep, there it goes. And this is actually working quite well. We've only got a couple of these hooked up yet. I don't have this one hooked up with the power. So it's still only the single clicker on speed 6 that's actually doing the job. We could even speed that up further, but for now, that's working quite well. Yeah, but we can also turn it up later. Oh, there's going to be one piece of wood stuck up there, isn't there? Ugh, I hate it when that happens. And you can't see it from the ground either. But it's right in the middle. Yeah, I'll have to do that later. In any case, is our harvester actually working? It is. Good. So we can then have this basically go and output into our system. And we want to just import it now. Do we have cable that's close enough? Well, we'd have to run it down here and then this way. But yes, we do have cable that's close enough. Cable is straightforward to make. How much do I have in the system? Yeah, I've got 27, and we just need an import cable. So hopefully this allows me to take that directly from underneath, which is kind of nice in that because we have wireless power, we don't need to worry so much about, you know, the block space underneath. So let's just see if we can put that there. And if I set you to blacklist everything, then I should be able to send the rest underneath. Yeah. Send the rest underneath. Let me just actually get rid of that block first. There we go. Now blacklist. And that should start pulling everything, assuming it allows it to once we get it to all the way where it needs to go. So let me just place this underground and we'll come back shortly. There we go. First automated farm is working just fine. It has nothing in here, which means it is automatically being pulled into our system. So we should be able to see corn in here. I have 69 of it, so a full stack will do. And let's see. 1 second. Let's sleep through the night, and let's see if we can trade for some stuff at our market. Where's our market guy? There he is. Let's go and see what you have available for seeds. So seed. So what have we got so far? So horse seeds, we've already used one. What do we actually have in here that I might actually want? I'm almost certain that wolf seeds and rabbit seeds is one of them. So let's just put this in for a second. So rabbit seeds, that seems reasonable. And is that one of them? That's disappeared now. So is wolf seed? Yes, wolf seed is in here. So wolf. And yep, there we go. So that should save basically crafting a lot of this stuff, and you'll see the list is getting shorter. So I'm going to get as many of these as I can. Obviously, we have a farm that is now providing us with essentially free corn. It's not terribly fast. I did put a sprinkler down from Cyclic, which improves things, but it's still not quite as fast as indeed our watering can is. Also, this harvester, when it's on a larger mode like this, like 7x7, it tends to not quite be as fast as you know, doing it on 1x1 or 3x3. It tends to actually get things a lot quicker then. But for now, it's about all we actually have, short of me running around and just right clicking like this. In fact, does that actually come into my inventory? Yeah, it does. It's not getting picked up like a vacuum hopper. Fine, so we'll leave that alone, and I can go and get a couple more seeds and wait for a few more stacks to come in and get rid of that one piece of wood. That's going to annoy me otherwise. And as it turns out, the seeds you can actually buy, as you might expect, are the passive ones. So we have a couple left for me to buy, mainly the villager seed and the chicken seed. Everything else is not passive in any way, so I may have to craft those with the actual recipes. However, I thought we'd get started with some more Mekanism this episode. I've made 2 more metallurgic infusers from the original. This one, if you remember, has redstone in, so I'm probably just going to refill that. And I've made up some more of the blocks of redstone, so I'm just going to convert those over. And, well, mostly convert those over. There we go. And we should be able to refill you. There we go. Ish. And now we also need diamond for the next one, and we need kind of obsidian for the one after, if I remember correctly. Now for that we need diamond dust, not the diamonds. You can't just put diamonds in on their own, and that means we need to crush things up. So we need a crusher available, which is going to need a couple of things. One is a steel casing, and let's make a couple of those. We may as well. And then we need a couple of other things. We need basic control circuits, which are osmium through our first metallurgic infuser. So that is pretty straightforward. I can just get them through here, get some osmium. I think I have some in the system, but I do have more of it being cast out by our system itself. Yes, let's just put 4 of these through. There we go. It's going to get started. And over here I have, well, yeah, 43 osmium amber, and we got 21 osmium coming through the system, so that is more than good enough. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm working towards a much better item, that being the atomic disassembler. This is amazing. So if we can craft it, I'm very happy. It seems like we can. We need to just go through the whole metallurgic infuser chain, which means I need refined obsidian dust. Now, how am I going to get that? We just need crushed obsidian. And is crushed obsidian through the crusher? You would imagine so. Squeezer. I would like the Mekanism version. Is there a Mekanism version? Thermal foundation, tiny progressions. Mekanism. It is just through the Enrichment Chamber? What? Why is this one needing obsidian dust to get... Why not this crusher? So we need an Enrichment Chamber as well. Fine. Enrichment Chamber should not be too hard to actually make. It is one of the starting recipes after all, I would have thought. Enrichment Chamber, yes, that also requires 2 of these basic control circuits. Good thing I made 4 of them, really, isn't it? So, Enrichment Chamber, yep, that's 1. And we want the crusher, which is number 2. There we go. So we got both of those in. Where are we going to put these? I think I'm going to move this smelter out a little bit. So let's just get rid, oh, well, not get rid, but move you around for now. Let's put you there. I was facing the wrong way. Oh, it's orientation specific. That's interesting. I would expect it to reorient depending on which way I was facing, not its original direction. Anyway, aside from the distraction, let's put the crusher down and the enrichment chamber. So we should just get some obsidian being made up just by putting this through here. I just have this hooked up to a battery at the moment. Remember what problems we had with feeding this automatically from over there? Well, this has a large enough supply that it shouldn't be a problem for the moment. And when that's been done, we also want the crusher, so we want to crush up some diamonds. And then we can take up the obsidian dust and some of the diamond. Once this completes, I do actually need to craft some upgrades, but, you know, get the idea. And then we should be ready to go. And you're out of power. Why are you out of power if you're connected to this? Side config, output to the right. I thought I connected all these up. Maybe they have to be, yeah, maybe these are facing the wrong direction. Let's just get rid of them for a second. And replace. So if I just put them back this way. There we go. All right. Leave that there for now. Diamond dust. Put the diamond dust in this one, and we'll put the obsidian dust through it, which will make refined obsidian dust. And then we'll put that in here, and then use that to basically upgrade our way through the Mekanism machines. So let me just make sure I save the atomic reconstructor as a good recipe. And now we need to go and craft the atomic alloy. That's the one that goes through the refined obsidian machine. We need to make reinforced alloy for that, which is enriched alloy through the middle machine. So we already have some enriched alloy. I want to say I made some. Yes, I did. I made 32. I'm just going to take less than that. And let's take you out. We're going to need some more diamond dust. I think that can go. And then we'll put this in, and that'll convert over into the middle tier. In fact, let's just actually convert less than that. I don't want to use up all the diamond just yet. And then we'll put in the refined obsidian dust. That'll go into the fuel. And then we can then move this into here, I think. And that should do the job. Diamond, obsidian dust. You get a lot of obsidian dust per obsidian, so that's pretty good. And you should now be ready to make, hopefully, the atomic reconstructor. I need a refined obsidian ingot. How am I going to make you? Osmium compressor. Oh dear. I don't have one of those yet. Osmium compressor. Oh dear. Advanced control. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We already know how to make those. So it's just more osmium. And we've got some osmium. So let's just grab you. Let's get all the osmium out of the system. We may as well just use it, or at least half of it. And let's just put... and again, another 4 through. Yeah. That's another reinforced alloy done. And then we've got an atomic alloy. Good. So we've got the various components that we do actually need. We'll keep this fed. And then we can go and process more obsidian dust if we need it into this one. We probably are going to need it, but let's take a look. So I'm going to need the other machine, aren't I? I'm going to need the osmium compressor. What does it take to build you? Osmium compressor. Let's put it as a favorite. Osmium compressor. So once I get both of those in. There we go. That is 2 of you. And the rest. Just now the central steel casing. I do actually need to make more steel, but that's fairly trivial. Osmium compressor. And I guess I can... Well, I could move one of them, but I'm not going to. I'm actually just going to run another line of cable this way. Temporarily. And we'll run it back this way. So this way. Oops. Oh, and each of these have the transfer rate. I'm not sure I like that on each cable. That's seemingly very... Not sure I like that. I don't want to have limits in the cable itself. I may have to go down one to actually get this to fit correctly. But for now, you're having to go and be picked up again. We'll put you down there, and then we have our energized smelter. Wait a second. That's the wrong way around. Compressor can go here. Smelter, we don't need as much. Okay. So osmium compressor then, we can then use this to make this because we need the refined obsidian ingots. So we just need some refined obsidian dust, so we can make it in the middle. And then we can convert it into the ingot. Then we just need an energy tablet, which should be something we can already make, and we'll probably start recharging in my inventory because we have the wireless charger. Yep, there it is, and it's already started charging. So you are done. Find obsidian. We can put you in the not the smelter, the compressor. And what it need? The other requirement was osmium block or osmium of any kind. So you can just drop one of you in. Will you have enough? It looks like you're going to need another one of those. So let's just pop that in. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, there we go. Okay, and are you now enough to make the atomic disassembler? Yep. Atomic disassembler is great. It is amazing. Now, I needed to go and check the controls. Let's take a look at that because I normally forget this one. We're going to look for a category of mechanism, I think. Mechanism, I want the item mode switch is M. Good. Or indeed, it may well be the shift scroll wheel. No, it is probably M. Nope. You're not having any of it. I need to change mode. Shift right click. There we go. So yeah, we can go for slow, fast, vein. Vein. Will that actually work? I wonder if I just get let's get out a tree. Sapling of some kind. Let's just say an iron sapling. It doesn't really much matter. And let's just put it down for growth. Now, remember when I said prestige requires us, well, it allows us to unlock things, and one of the things it allows us to unlock is ore excavation. But because prestige is so awful early in the game, at least until you get that box that can give you prestige, I thought we'd try the atomic disassembler and see whether it will actually go into vein mode and let us do that. Okay. So we no longer need ore excavation, which saves us a prestige point at that early point in the game. So yeah, very, very handy to have this. However, because it needs quite a lot of energy, well, first of all, we're fine at the moment, but we may well require like another portable battery in our inventory, something else that charges it wirelessly. If you know of any good options, put them in the comments down below. More than happy to hear them. But we have a much upgraded tool, makes it much easier to actually go to other dimensions and harvest stuff, and we can skip things like tinkers, otherwise, unless there's any, quest chain that actually needs tinkers. The last pack I actually played, Project 2003, I went through creating unbreakable tools in that. So if you prefer to see the tinkers tools in that, I went through all the way through creating cobble pick, all the way up into being unbreakable and shuriken and other stuff as well, if I remember rightly. Maybe an axe, I can never remember. So yeah, that's pretty good. And that brings us to the end of this episode. We've got the Atomic Disassembler, we've got our pigs, or the start of our pig farm, and I'm probably going to send it vertical, at least to some degree, maybe have 3 on each side, and we'll see how many pigs there are actually. In fact, we can probably tell how many there are. Bucket of mud. There are 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 by 3. Well, it'd be nice if it was 12 by 4 there, but okay, that's fine. So, yeah, so 24, 36, 36, 40, 44, 46. Does that divide by 4? Does that divide by 6? No, it doesn't. Somewhat annoying. Yeah, it's going to be close. But the tops of the tower is going to be so far up anyway, you're probably not going to see the tops. So I can just leave some of them empty and make it go up to 6, basically divide by 6, so they're all equal height. But we'll do that over time. I don't need any of these right now, I don't think. But if there's any, well, in fact, there's lots of nice ones that we don't have access to. Maybe iron would be good, as if we can actually get it in fast enough, because it needs to come in as a rate of knots. There are 4 ender pearl pigs in here right now. I'm probably going to increase that even further for other stuff, but we'll see how fast these bring stuff in. In fact, we can check that now. So I already converted 1 stack of, while I've been recording this episode, it's been about an hour. In fact, about more like 45 minutes. And I collected 1 stack of the truffles already, so I've converted them. So let's just see. So we're nearly up to another stack. So, in about 40 minutes, we've got, it's the equivalent of 28 ender pearls. Ender pearls. It'll be more than that because I had a few anyway. But that's okay for ender pearls. You don't need a lot of them, but that's nowhere near enough for iron. So if we're going to get iron from resource pigs, like resource chickens in stone block, we're going to need a lot more of those. However, of course, we do also have our own supply from this that works in the background. So if I just look, if we just make some iron amber, how much iron amber can we actually make? Let's just see, because this has been going for a little while. Quite a lot of iron amber, it looks like. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks so far while I've actually been playing through the game. And we can put this through our melter system as before, because we've got infinite lava at this point, and that will work perfectly well. So I'll just make sure that's actually going on in the background while I'm doing other stuff. But we're pretty good there, to be honest. We do keep getting lots of materials through. I would like the full smeltery, but that is locked behind prestige. So whenever I can save prestige, I will do. And yeah, the portal gun is kind of tempting. But we should probably work our way through the various upgrades for the bonsai. For example, if we want lots of iron, we could spend our next prestige point, which we should get to at the start of next episode, into getting basically a higher drop chance further up. And you keep on going through that chain, getting more and more prestige, until you get to blue mulch, which gets 1,000% growth rate and 350% drops chance. But we actually got to need to get the box far before that, because that costs 14 prestige points. And I think there is one that's 100 prestige down here as well. For example, yeah, the smeltery is 6 prestige. Flux networks, that's another wireless transfer of power, but we've already got that, so I'm not sure why we need flux in that case. It's slightly better. You can have a more controllable system for that kind of thing. And there we go. So yeah, Project E mod, it's not ready yet. That's why it costs 100 prestige points. It's basically saying there's no way you should be able to try to spend that amount of prestige. but some of them are still actually expensive. So yeah. And then we have to unlock the Twilight Forest mod and other sort of stuff like that with Prestige as well. But we don't need this one, so that's some money saved. And we've got Mistcraft. I haven't played Mistcraft in a long, long time. I didn't even know it was still going. All right, so that's it for this episode. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll come back next episode. We'll probably have more pigs available, and we'll be getting on with Mekanism, filling out our range of machines, maybe eventually getting up into the factory versions, and then seeing where we go on that. So there's lots of stuff in Mekanism to actually get to, but I'm happy that I've got one of the main tools. We need to craft the upgrades. There is bits and pieces. A jetpack would be interesting, but you have to sort of build a chain to actually produce hydrogen for that kind of thing. So maybe not. But otherwise, yeah, there's plenty of stuff to get going. You can do a rather nice power supply using a Mekanism, and that's something we should do. We should do at some point as well to take over from lava. But yeah, that's enough for this episode. We'll come back to it later. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Feel free to subscribe and share if you have. More importantly than everything else, do leave comments in the comments below for other players, people who are playing through. Otherwise, as always, thanks for watching.